Welcome to Stonewatch, and this is my retro rewatch series, and today we're talking about 1987's Dudes. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can notify for future videos. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, I have recently sat down and watched, I want to say classic, but the only thing classic about this movie is the age of it, like how old it is. Other than that, that's the only thing that's classic about this movie. But anyway, the 1987 movie called Dude, starring Jon Cryer and Daniel Roebuck. Now, I just only recently watched this movie because a friend of mine posted something about it on Facebook the other day, and he was talking up this movie and how great it is. I'm like, man, I have never seen this movie ever before. And I looked it up, and it's from 1987. I'm like, why have I not heard of this movie? Well, there's a reason why. Because, I'm sorry, man, this movie was just terrible. I mean, it was just terrible. I mean, the dialogue was bad. The story was kind of stupid. I mean, it was your typical, like, road story type movie, and then it turned into, like, some kind of, I don't know, Vision Quest-like type thing, because for whatever reason, like, in the beginning of the movie, while Jon Cryer and crew are going across country because they're originally from New York and they're supposed to be going out to California to make their lives better and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's like a story that's been done over and over and over again. But anyway, other than that, I mean, it still could have been good. That's not the case. But anyway, it's like, you know, they go off on this road trip from like New York to California, and then they stop somewhere, and all of a sudden Jon Cryer's character starts hallucinating cowboys and stuff like that for no reason. I mean, did I miss a like LSD infused trip part in this movie before they left for California? Because why would you really? I mean, that made no sense. I mean, it just made no sense. I mean, it kind of made sense when they drink that snake juice they got from the Elvis dude in the movie and stuff like that. When I drink that, I'm going, oh man, they're gonna be tripping balls. And then they did. I mean, I don't know what the hell was in that thing because I didn't really ever say, but I knew that they were gonna get really wasted when they were drinking that snake juice crap that they got from Elvis, whatever. Other than that, that was a funny part in the movie. That's probably like the best part in the whole entire damn movie. Other than Catherine Mary Stewart from The Last Starfighter, she was in this movie, and she was a good part of this movie. And I had to say that was probably the only reason why I stuck out watching this movie. Once I saw she was actually in this movie, I'm going, oh, okay. But she wasn't in it a lot, enough to where it was cool. But other than that, she was like her and the soundtrack. I mean, not all the songs on there I liked, but I remember listening to them back in the day. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, I kind of wanted to like this movie. I did watch it, and I even watched it with commercials, man. I mean, because like it was available to watch on Amazon Prime free, but you had to watch it on IMDb channel, and it had commercials laid within the movie. So I had to, like, if you wanted to watch it, you had to, unless you wanted to pay for it. I'm like, I don't know if this movie's any good, so I'm just gonna like watch it with the commercials, which it was, you know, it took me a couple days because, like, you know, I had to like stop every once in a while to go back to watch something that was good a little bit to get sane. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. Dudes is a 1987 American independent film directed by Penelope Spheeris and written by Randall Jahnson. The film is a Western revenge story set in a contemporary setting. The plot concerns three punk rockers from New York who attempt to make their way to California when one of them is murdered by a vicious gang leader. The other two find themselves fish out of water as they pursue the murderer from Arizona to Montana, and they were assisted by a local truck driver. Continuing Spheeris' theme of highlighting the punk subculture in her prior films, Decline of Western Civilization from 1981 and Suburbia from 1984, Dudes features several rock musicians in various roles, including Fierce singer Lee Ving as the gang leader, Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist Flea as the murdered punk, John Desmore from The Doors, Axel G. Reese from The Gears, and punk artist and promoter Mad Mark Rude in minor roles, as well as punk rock band The Vandals performing in the opening scene. Spheeris previously worked with Ving in Decline of Western Civilization and with Flea and The Vandals in Suburbia. Dudes was shown in only a few theaters and did not receive a wide release through a film distributor. Several parties involved in the making of the film, including Spheeris, later attributed this to its mixing of multiple genres and tones. Written as a dramatic, action-filled punk western set in a modern era, the finished film also contained elements of a comedy and road movies and a heavy metal soundtrack. combination of which made it difficult to market. It received a home video release on VHS, through which dudes did find some cult-like following. In 2017, it was given a new release in a DVD and Blu-ray formats. Now, currently, this movie is sitting with no Rotten Tomato score whatsoever, and only 3 top critics actually did a review, and only 1 out of the 3 actually liked it, and only 1 out of the 3 actually took the time to actually write down a review. The other 2 just indicated they didn't like it and moved on. Now, on the audience side, it's a little bit different. We're sitting with a 62% rating right now, and it's got like 250 reviews on it so far. Like the most recent one, other than my review right now, was from August of 2018. So not too many people are really talking about this movie, and I can kind of see why. Now, I got to say, I don't know what the budget was for this movie, but back in the day, I probably would have paid the $2 range to watch this movie. Other than that, I would have waited for until I got to watch it for free. You know what I'm saying? Because this movie was bad. They could sit there and say that they had a hard time marketing this movie because of all the different genres that they were trying to mix it up. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies that mix up genres and stuff like that. Hell, I just watched Shang-Chi mix up a whole bunch of genres. We had a Crouching Tiger, Hidden, whatever type movie, along with a love story and a kaiju type movie, all rolled into one. It was different type of genres all in one little movie, and it was fine. It was an awesome movie. This one, not so much. You could sit there and you could try to say, well, they didn't know how to market it because it was a crappy movie. That's why it went straight to home video. I mean, this was definitely one of those that went straight to home video, and there's a reason why. I mean, I'm sorry. All films are subjective, and you actually might like this movie. Me, not so much. I mean, I'm not going to ever watch this movie again, so I don't know. Have you ever watched the 1987 movies, Dudes, starring John Cryer and Daniel Roebuck? Let me know in the comments down below. What did you think? Did you actually like this movie? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I mean, I wanted to, man. I did. I wanted to say, I don't remember ever hearing about this movie back in the day, and I could kind of see why. So, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.